feature presentation.
Alright, here we are, back in Valkyria Chronicles. Now, I know I made a video last week mentioning that we'd be doing this on every Wednesday, and then proceeded to not stream the following, Wednesday. But just the schedule got messed up, and just I didn't really have an opportunity to. But here we are, back in Valkyria Chronicles, and yeah, let's get this underway. Before we have to get to some of the more annoying missions, make a quick stop in Brule.
Let's begin the strategy meeting. First off, I need to ask. Lieutenant, how is Squad 7's morale?
It's been 3 weeks since we lost Isara. We're all still in shock, Captain. Personally, it still doesn't seem real to me. I can't believe she's really gone.
I see. Nevertheless, you have new orders. I sent in a request to General Damon to allow this op, and received full clearance. The Galleon militia's next task is to liberate a small border town called Brule. The regiment will surround the area, while your squad enters and secures the plaza. Any questions, Lieutenant?
No, Captain.
I'm taking temporary personal leave, but I wish you the best of luck out there.
Also, I'd like to introduce the new tank pilot assigned to the Edelweiss.
I'll do the best I can, Welkin.
Kreese!
He recently volunteered to be a pilot. I'm hereby assigning him to Squad 7.
Isara inherited the Edelweiss from her father. I'd like to take over where she left off. I'm still nowhere near as skilled as she was, but I'll do my very best.
Thank you, Kreese.
That concludes our meeting. I look forward to good news from Brule. Dismissed.
Bowsen was lost, and Gregor with it, in a warrior's death.
misspelled her name. I knew I did it. I put a Y, didn't I? Yeah, I think that's how it's spelled. I'm trying to remember what it's spelled in, but it's actually spelled with a Y in one or the other. I think it might have actually been the anime's translation. Which, if you didn't know, hold on, I'm fixing the stream title. Wow, I also put the wrong vowel. Pronunciation and spelling are hard. Yeah, Valkyria Chronicles, and I think Valkyria Chronicles 3, both have anime versions of the games. Like, not games, like the TV animes that were made. And
what comes next, Maximilian? Things aren't looking very good these days.
like, I have the actual, like, Valkyria Chronicles one, but they never translated, I think, Valkyria Chronicles 3. Or it was only like a 2, like, OVA thing, and I just never found it. I can't remember the exact reasoning why, but yeah, the ending, the outro credits song is actually a pretty bop for the anime, in case you're wondering.
The Empire claimed the earliest victories, and most of Gallia with them. Their struggles since have bested the detachments holding each location.
Meaning, we reconcentrate our forces.
Yes. Send word to gather our armies on the Magyar Plain. Selvaria, the time has come to show these rubes your power.
Sir, by my Valkyrian blood, I swear the Gallian forces will bow before you.
I believe it. They won't last long once you get serious. And that's good news for me and the prospects for Firald's reinstatement.
Once we conquer Gallia, you shall have independence for your homeland, Jaeger. But until then, you have no country of your own. You shall serve us with your very life.
I'm well aware, Your Grace. The fate of the Empire is no concern of mine. But Maximilian, you will be victorious. That's the only reason I'm fighting this war.
This game did an amazing job at making, like, 2 out of the 4, like, main villains you can kind of feel sympathy for, and then 2 of them you just absolutely hate. Just, like... just fascinating how they just managed to have 2 polar opposite dynamics.
We're back. Back to where it all started.
It's been 5 months since we left Brule. Now, all but one of us is back to make this home again.
Captain Virat said she specifically requested this operation from General Damon.
She said that?
Yes. You know how she feels about him, but she begged him to give us Brule. She wanted us to remember why we're fighting, to help us get past Isara's death. For right now, let's stop thinking and just move forward. Let's take back Isara's home.
Look on the other commander, you should probably not stop thinking. That's kind of your job.
Back again. I had to return one more time. But the area we saw last time, no matter what I try, the door won't open anymore. What was written on those walls turns all of Europa's history on its head. It's staggering. It began, "Welcome, Sister Valkyria." Did they hide the truth from all but their own? The door won't let me in. Given what's on the walls, maybe it opens only for the Valkyrie. Maximilian got through, but he had Selvaria with him. She must have opened it for him. But wait. The door was closed when we first arrived. who opened it. No, it's not.
I want to point out, this man saw her glowing in the night. His deductive skills are of concern for an archaeologist.
Chances of her. No. There's no other explanation. What should I do?
Spoiler alert, it's a bad idea what he's planning on doing.
You will now be briefed on the operation.
Mission. Drive up the road, and that's it. Okay. So I believe the strat here is you have kind of like two attack parties, roughly. One down the main road and one down the side path. Make sure I'm not putting those two out there. Actually, no, hold on. The sniper on the main road. Alright.
Alright, we're set to begin. Good luck.
Isara! We're taking back our home, Is! Squad 7, move out!
Phew. Here we are. Sorry, but I'm a little scared.
That's right. This is your first time out in battle, isn't it? Please. Combat is always a scary thing. I don't think anyone should ever forget that. I feel like getting used to the horror of war means losing hope.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay then, let's begin. Everybody, watch out for enemy snipers.
So one thing I do actually kind of like about the Valkyria Chronicle games and stuff is that, realistically, there's no reason for this cove to exist. You have plenty of cover and you spawn over here to get you out of the way of all the tanks, snipers, and etc. that are on this path. Also, there's no reason really for this section over here to exist because your objective is here. But they add in those extra sections of the map, which I think is kind of fun and neat because it adds just a little bit more flavor to the environment. So they make it sound like there should be snipers hiding, but they're all out in the open. I mean, there's probably dudes in the grass here, 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 but if you couldn't guess what the strategy is in this game, is you send one team down this way, send it along up here, and tip from the side, and then you can just bulldoze with your tank straight up the middle. That's kind of the strat you go with. Okay, that's a special tank.
Here we go!
Anyways, let's get rolling.
Enemy sighted!
And yeah, this is back from one of the earlier missions. The area, so we've got the hill up to the side and everything, so. Now what I'm gonna do is park the tank right here because I don't really care. see what was over this way. I would have was heading off the sectors, but okay. It's gonna be hit with left with like 200 health, isn't it? And I'm gonna be furious. Either way, let's get both tanks rolling.
Alright, enough fooling around. Enemy fire's got me nailed down here.
Ooh, thread the needle there.
Hostiles approaching.
Now my goal was to get in range to hit the tank.
The town's a mess.
Because it won't really do excessive amounts of damage, but it should be enough. There we go, that should offer protection for commanding units. Alright, let's get rolling.
My turn, okay?
Enemy fire's got me nailed down here.
Don't even think of dodging. Please.
Good. That makes things a bit easier.
Enemy sighted.
Let's her be a little bit further up and also check for people in the grass. Because I think she should have spots and spotting ability in this area here too, so.
I'll try my best.
Put the engineer up because we'll need her. So I don't intend to move her in front of the tank, we're just gonna take pot shots at this dude. Wow. She actually killed him. I was not expecting that one. That's why I'm shocked, by the way.
Let's do this thing.
Time for Rosie and her infinite aim.
All units, watch your surroundings.
Like that dude up in the tower? Gone. Yeah. The DLC gun is OP. Incredibly, incredibly OP. Alright, we'll have Rosie vibe in the grass.
I'll do my best. The town's a mess.
Rip. I'll have him behind the tank.
Ready for action. Enemy sighted. Get ready.
Like, I know I say this 8 billion times, but positioning your units for the end of the turn is an important, very important part of this game.
Here comes a bullseye. Olay! Die.
And really all of the Valkyria Chronicle games, but
Did you see that?
Nice work. Keep
Enemy
taking them
sighted.
down.
Get ready.
crap.
Try to use those smoke rounds.
Forgot they probably had a scout over there.
Advance cautiously.
I'm fine with them knowing that I'm over there. Because I know that tank won't fire at me. And the scout might try to rush me, but that's okay, because he should have line of sight as he starts moving up, so.
Been waiting here.
No reason to hold Largo in the back.
Enemy fires.
I was half expecting that to hit the sniper in the head. And just be an absolute waste of a turn.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
We're gonna move him back just a tad.
shit.
Now, I wish I could keep her on the point. But... because then she gets the max ammo refresh, but... well, that was a much more effective turn than I was expecting.
Hurry with that reload, they're getting wet.
And there we go. Now, realistically, I could move Edie up and be perfectly fine, and I might just do that. Because I don't see any enemies getting past my defense. But I just hate leaving my base exposed, so... we're just gonna get Edie in cover. Which was kind of a waste of a move, but I didn't really have any other moves I wanted to make that turn. Because I didn't want to advance anybody past the tanks. Barring the one scout, but... because I knew the enemies would try to rush into them. I was hoping they would just fire a sniper around at the tank for no reason. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I can get the, I don't think I can get the Shamrock through over here. Because that'd be a lot more fun. So I guess I'll just merge traffic.
Way ahead of you.
Yeah, you're doing it, boss. Keep at it.
If you're in danger, try hiding behind the tank.
Can I fit through there? Well, first I should take out this dude. Now we're just experimenting, seeing whether or not I can stick the tank through this gap. I don't think I can, but... the answer is no. What I was hoping there was to have a lot of cover.
Found us an enemy.
Clearly did not work, but... don't destroy the sandbags. Don't destroy the sandbags.
Try to use those smoke rounds effectively.
In case you're wondering why I'm maneuvering, it's because there's an AT gun on the other side of this truck, and I cannot get past it, so... so I don't want to expose it to two AT guns.
Here we go! The town's a mess. Hostile sighted!
On the other hand...
Bring it on. I'll send you to your grave.
I've got no problem sending the Edelweiss up on this left side because the truck blocks it from that AT gun, yes.
If it gets rough, a tank makes for good cover.
Are any
That can hit the back of me is what it's... no, I think it's just because the truck doesn't offer line of sight coverage. I think that's what it's trying to tell me. Either way. And with like the inaccurate guns that I give like the engineers and stuff, the point I try to aim at is like the bottom of the head, so it's more likely to at least hit anywhere on the body.
Your current position is very dangerous.
Actually, hold on. I hope I'm standing on sandbags. I can repair these behind my tanks. Offer up more cover. Now, she's supposed to be the... I just assign engineers to the tanks so I know where they're, you know, make sure that there's always a repair guy nearby, but...
I'll do my best.
I'm gonna stack both of them next to the Shamrock, because that's the best cover I've got. And please let me... just... the tree's gonna stop it, darn it.
hiding behind...
Oh, fuck you, game. Something that would land up on top of the sandbag, because that probably would have done some major damage, but it didn't, so.
Time to claim your home with your own two hands.
Checkmate. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
The front lines made enemy...
Trying to break a line of sight on the enemy sniper. Yeah, I don't think he can get hit because the tanks and stuff are in the way. Okay, good.
Ready for action.
Alright. Oh good, I can just walk around it instead of having to blow myself up on a landmine.
Enemy sighted. Get ready.
Oh wait, oh crap, I thought I'd used the hand grenade and I didn't. Well, that's awkward. Because I could have killed a unit there. Anyways.
Enemy fire's got me nailed down here.
And Rosie's too far away. Well, that was an effective 2 turns. Oh, I won't have to move Edie. So I guess I can...
Ready for action.
Actually, probably just better to shoot him.
Did you see that?
Target silent. Head to the next one.
You're totally exposed there.
Sir, we've managed to claim the Midway camp.
Roger that. Let's use it as a foothold to push into enemy territory. Their defenses are only gonna get tighter. I need you to stay sharp, Kreese.
Yes, sir. As sharp as I can.
Good work.
Alright.
We'll help facilitate the mission.
Honestly, I think Rosie's in the way, so I have to move her. But that's okay. I wanted to get her up to that camp anyways. I'm still mad that I did not shoot the first turn.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Alright. Right side team has moved up.
Moving out.
You can't fire back at this range.
Now.
Wait, why are you reacting? Claudia.
Man down. Everybody be
There's
careful.
no reason to do that. The AI's big brain moves. They're gonna just stack everybody up over there, please.
Damage minimal.
Shamrock could still... Okay, I knew that was the case, but... I was just hoping I'd backed it up enough for it.
Here we go.
Well, whatever.
This is for you, Kreese. Alicia, I'm fighting for us.
Try to use those smoke rounds effectively.
What are you fighting for, dude? You can't just use 2 bonuses with the exact same skill.
Check the snipers firing from the building.
Alright, let's try to take out some of the landmines if I can.
Please head for the objective.
Yeah, if you really want accuracy, you wait till like the tank stops rocking to firing, but you can be in like the aiming mode. Alright.
Way ahead of you.
Lab's president pumped the engineers.
Try to use those smoke rounds effectively.
And the enemy on the right, Lancer on the right side might not be too fun later. But...
Check the snipers firing from the building.
Oh, I just went through the tree, okay. Number 2.
Don't give them time to think.
Alright, something's shooting at my tank from behind. Oh, it was that guy.
My turn, okay?
Enemy fire's got me nailed.
Right where I wanted it.
Pull it together.
Please clear a path.
I'll try my best.
I have a feeling the sniper's not in it for a good time. Come on, yes.
Nice work. Keep taking them down.
I'll do my best.
Nice. I was worried the Shamrock wasn't going to do just too little damage. But nope. Okay, there's a dude right in front of me. Let's see here.
Entering combat.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Are any enemy
Damage
snipers
minimal.
firing from inside the building?
He's probably too close for the mortar. Yeah. Okay. Not anymore, he isn't.
Now. Damage minimal.
But he will duck. Not that I care.
My turn, okay? Don't even think of dodging. Please
Watch out for stray bullets.
My wounds are healing.
I'm impressed, but not surprised. Lancers, keep an eye on your ammo.
My turn, okay? Now!
Alright. That should have been all the bad guys.
Sir, we've done it! We've occupied the enemy's primary base!
Great! That's excellent! Grease, I'm proud of you.
Sir, I still can't hold a candle to Isara, but I did what I could.
It's ours, Ys. home is finally home again. And your Edelweiss is alive and well and in good hands. You can rest easy.
So, it gave me a B rank here for 3 turns. I have a feeling that if you bum rushed at the right side, you might be able to get 2 turns. And probably the A.
Well, that's it, Welkin. No sign of the enemy here either. I searched all over. Looks like they've cleared out of Brule.
That's good. We've finally recovered possession of our old homestead.
Yeah. But if Isara saw it as it is now, I think she'd feel sad. I mean, look at it. Empty of all the people who lived here, the mill just barely standing.
Huh? Look at that!
Welkin? What is it? What do you see?
Look! A lion's paw!
Is it the same one?
Mm-hmm. It's the flower that you planted that day. When we'd first met each other. It took root and grew in this soil. And now it's flourishing. Remember what you said?
Oh boy.
That there's more going on in this world.
The voice of Holy for
killing
follow,
people?
please.
There are new lives all around. New things being born.
Honestly, I'm not sure I could quite do that one.
I was right.
It's a little bit too high, I think, for what I could do.
Once this war's over and we come home, we'll just have to rebuild it. We'll rebuild all of it. Every last building.
Yes, we will. And we'll show Martha's little boy. We'll show him the town where he was born.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's doing that. And as much as I would like to be able to try to do that, it's just a little bit too, like, high-pitched soft or whatever for the voice I might be able to do.
The liberation of Brule was a success. Excellent work, soldiers.
Alright, give me 1 second, let me... I don't want to try practicing it on stream. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Lieutenant Gunther, do you have anything further to report?
Yes, Captain. Through this op, we've found a new goal to strive towards.
Very good. And Faldio, you're back from your leave. Feeling rested and ready?
Yes, Captain. I'm ready.
Good. We're receiving reports of major shifts along the front lines. Imperial forces previously posted all the Nagyar Plain in northeastern Gallia. Our forces are being directed there as well.
Does that mean we're expecting a major clash at Nagyar, Captain?
It's very probable. This battle is going to decide Gallia's fate, one way or another. After a brief rest, the militia move out to Nagyar. I want all of you rested in the meantime. You're dismissed.
Alright, so after a few practice attempts, it's going to sound off, so I apologize. I'm going to try, but, yeah. So, there we go. Oh, China, Oni-chan, thank you for the subscription. God, that was so bad. I gotta work on that more. I really do, just... Cause I want to get a lot higher than I can. But I can't, it's so bad.
The next battle is so critical, it could actually determine how the
so
rest of the
garbage.
war goes.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Both for us and them. The opposing armies are assembling their
I
forces.
appreciate this follow.
It'll be the biggest battle we've fought yet. The biggest battle of the war.
That means more things we love will be destroyed.
Because I know it needs to go a lot higher than I can.
There are some things we lose that never get returned.
Well, that issue is also, I think,
Everything around us is
to get it to go higher. Naturally, I want to go like louder.
Isara. We've lost them forever.
Welkin.
But it's like you said, Alicia. We build new things as we lose the old. If we can
Oh, thank you, though. I appreciate that. I really do.
all the way back to Northeast Gallia. If that happens, then victory will be right around the corner. And once the war's over, the real work will start.
But yeah, I would like to have her work a little bit more on getting, be able to do a little bit wider ranges of voices.
You know, it's funny.
Because I can't.
Whenever I talk to you, I feel like.
Because I can't really go low or high, and it kind of irritates me sometimes.
You're
So.
the only reason I haven't completely lost it, Alicia.
Really? Thank you, Welkin. Me too. I'm glad we were able to meet and work together.
Alright. Yeah, thanks for the follow, and YouTube, man. YouTube.
What is it?
I hope you have a great future ahead. I mean,
Once this war is all over, there's something
I appreciate
want to tell you.
the encouragement, support. Alright, now we're gonna get into, Rosie's little, like, backstory here.
The battle at Nagyar is almost upon us. Is there anything left to do beforehand?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, Captain. We've made due preparations.
This will likely be the largest conflict you or I have seen. I want you rested and ready.
Yeah, honestly, my character design, actually I talked about it before in a video I'd never released because it was too long. But,
oh, by the way,
yeah, my character design here,
back in Thousand make it out all right?
it's like, probably like the 4th, version that I, made of like a set of characters because I was playing around with it, and largely based on kind of like a Claire from Dog Days, with like the first anime I ever watched.
They should have. I told them all to evacuate.
I started with kind of that as the base design because I really liked it, and then was just playing around with it to make it more my own style because, like, the black hair and like the one green eye is kind of the character design I've kind of always ran with, but I wanted to make it unique for my use, and yeah, so this is what I came up with. So I appreciate your your compliments.
Speaking of the Darkson, I hear the Empire's begun another wave of hunts. Oh.
Darkson hunting?
Well, I guess that's one way to get back the labor force they lost at Thousand.
The report I read mentioned an enemy unit hunting Darksons by the border.
Oh, you're from Brazil. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love, like, the internet and this interconnected ability stuff, is just because, we're able to talk to people, like, anywhere in the globe. Like, I mean, Brazil, I mean,
You all have earned a rest, though.
from the US, I mean, we can talk to people from Europe, from, like, Japan, Australia. Like, it's incredible. I mean,
Go
just...
catch up on your sleep and relax a while.
I mean, the fact that we're all able to interconnect and, share, talk is just unbelievable. Just imagine, like, a few years, like, I mean, just the change in, like, the last 30 years of being able to do that is just incredible. And I mean, like, I'm honestly just honored to be able to talk with people from all over the world and share, what I enjoy with them, and then they, enjoy back. Like, I mean, it's fantastic.
Would you let us do it?
And I, very much appreciate you tuning in from all the way in, Brazil, so.
What?
Please?
Rosie.
I'll second that, if we may, Captain.
All right. I'll place Squad 7 in charge of this operation. The village in question has a large Darkson population. It's been raided time and again. Secure the village and its people's safety, and stop those hunters.
Yes, Captain. We'll leave as soon as we can.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, honestly, like, I definitely wouldn't be opposed to being, like, popular streamer and stuff. Just one of the biggest things that I've always wanted to do with this, like, channel and kind of stuff is I never want to make it where it's, like, exclusive to, like, any people. And I always want it to be open for everybody, and just, like, that's just the most difficult thing about it is, like, I don't want really paywall stuff like that. I don't want, like, any... like monetary investment from people, and which makes it hard to obviously support being able to do this regularly, and also just things that you do on the channel and stuff. But at the same time, I mean, it'd be amazing and fantastic if this, you know, did ever take off. So. Just because I enjoy, you know, sharing what I love and then just letting other people experience that and hopefully inspiring similar enjoyment in other people would just be amazing, fantastic. Like, I just wouldn't be able to describe it. But this is just the start. Alright, so this mission here is a hunt and destroy mission, so.
If there are no questions, let's get started. I wish you good luck and happy hunting.
The darks and hunts end here and now. Squad 7, move out!
Awful lot of spots to hide around here.
Yeah, especially around those rocks. I can see a lot of unexpected run-ins happening.
Better believe they'll be running.
I'm a damn shock trooper.
All right, let's begin the mission. Take out every last one of them.
Okay. So yeah, this mission fails if any enemies exceed like these lines here on the map. The ones like the line of X's, and there's in 3 corners, which means we need to rush to occupy each of the corners. Hey, I mean, man, don't worry about donations and stuff. Like, right now, I don't think I'm making anything good enough to require, like, to even deserve, like, donations. I mean, not anytime soon. Like, don't worry about it. I am not even, like, the least bit. Like, I don't think I deserve, like, money right now. I'm just hastily throwing things together. I appreciate the thought, though. I really do.
Spotted an enemy! Ha!
Ready for action.
Die!
I took damage the other guy? Okay, well that's inconvenient.
These scouts gotta get along, huh?
Leave it to me.
You can all do this. Stay strong.
Alright, so this tank is not one that the Shamrock can handle by itself, so our goal is to try to get around it. But I don't think I made it. Oh, okay, yeah. So, Valkyria Chronicles, here, I'll let you know a little bit more about this. This is the first game in the series. The most recent one was released, I think, 2 years ago.
The world's better off with those oily dark hairs dead.
But,
idiots.
yeah, it's like half
Get in our way.
of a strategy game and like half a third-person shooter. And I mean, if you're into like
Way ahead of you.
kind of like, it's got a World War II like aesthetic. Come on. Yeah, it's got a World War II aesthetic. Not exactly identical, like one-to-one, like some series will have, but definitely like, because it. I mean, it's got more of that storytelling based on like on a personal level, and I mean, I think it's got I love the plot of like the first one and the most recent one, Valkyria Chronicles 4. I haven't really played much into 3 and 2, but I mean, and especially since they're PSP exclusives, but I mean, those two are both have been solid games. And then the only one that that is a little bit off-putting compared to the rest of them is Valkyria Chronicles like Revolution, simply because they changed up the formula that they're working on, and it just, I mean, like, I didn't mind it, but there's just a lot of people that were kind of put off by it just because it was fundamentally different than how the whole rest of the series has been. But yeah, no, I highly recommend I mean, any game that's in this series really, but I mean, it's probably like one of the few games I have like better like just single player like linear storylines that I've played over several hundred hours in. So if that doesn't tell it the story, then really nothing will. And the version that I'm playing here on stream is the PC version. It was originally released on the PS3. So, if you are looking to, you know, getting the game at some point in the future, I recommend the PC one, just because it comes with all the DLC and much better, like, long-term support than the PS3 version will. They did have a remaster version on the PS4, I guess. Which, no, gotta stop doing that. And I guess I did get that, but I still like the PC one more. So, because I don't even think the PS4 one had the DLC.
Here we go!
All units, watch your surroundings.
That rock is gonna have a massive hitbox, isn't it? It's inconvenient. And I don't think I have enough range to actually like.
Fire!
Yeah, I don't think I had enough range. That's disappointing. Just trying to fire over here at this dude, but I think it only can hit to about here.
I'm on it!
Don't let them provoke you.
Alright.
can do that.
So, my main priority in this mission has just been to lock down all the exits. I know, like, it's also giving me the option, you know, the primary thing is just to take out every enemy on the map. And I don't know if they'll try to start running away, but I don't want to risk it. So I'm just intentionally trying to take out as many as I can. Oh, I mean... Like, I mean... I don't want to say, like, no, because obviously, I mean... If you think your friends will enjoy, you know, the stream or whatever, I mean... I'd be more than happy to, you know, suggest, you know, take that suggestion for you. But,
Enemy spotted.
You know, you know, I appreciate everything, you know. But yeah, I mean, if you think that your friends will enjoy the stream, I mean, by all means, yeah, I guess. So, yeah, so if they, like, actually die, now, there's certain characters, like the main plot characters, that you can't get killed or you just immediately game over. But, most of, like, the side characters here, actually, when they die, they're permanently dead. So, you know, like, you can, like, if they're downed and still on the map, you have about 3 turns to revive, like, get a unit over there, and then extract them, so you can use them on another mission. But let's say a Noche here gets killed, and either I can't get to him in 3 turns, or an enemy unit runs over to him, it actually makes them permanently dead. Now, on the other hand, story units like, Edelweiss, or, where's Rosie? Or, like, Rosie, Alicia, Largo, if they're downed, the mission will immediately fail. Like, you cannot have them go down in a mission, which, positioning-wise, can be a pain sometimes. But, yeah, I try my hardest not to have units get killed, but and I'm pretty sure in this game, on this save especially, I haven't I haven't lost any units.
Why risk your hide for some dark hair? There's those who rule and
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've lost any units in Valkyria Chronicles 4 either. I think I may have gotten one killed by accident in Valkyria Chronicles 2, but that's about it. Yeah, I try really hard not to lose my units, which can be difficult sometimes, just because some of the missions, you know, force you to go out into, like, open fields and stuff, and make you have to expose your units, and it just... So if you're focused on avoiding the permadeath, it can be quite difficult sometimes, but I think it's well worth it. I like to not lose my units. Yeah, so this is just like what I have in my squads over here, all of these units. But actually you can go back to the barracks in between, like, the missions and the story bits, and there's plenty of extra reserve stuff. Oh, here we go. So if the protagonist dies, you can destroy route and location. Yeah, no, if the protagonist, in this case, which is Welkin, actually, I mean, you've got this set of really 4 of them, Welkin, Alicia, Largo, and Rosie. If any 4 of them go down in a mission, it will immediately give you a game over screen. You have no chance to revive them. Actually, I think the Edelweiss immediately game overs. I don't know if... I can't remember if Rosie, Alicia, and them, if they get down, if you can revive them, but... Yeah, so here's the objectives. Yeah, if you immediately auto-fail if Welkin dies, which is the Edelweiss. Now, it's not doing that for... it doesn't have that objective for, like, Rosie and Largo, but, I mean, they're main characters in the storyline, so I'm pretty sure it auto-fails if they're killed as well. So, like right now, I have the Edelweiss in line of the medium tank. If it were to fire like 5 rounds into this, I would auto-fail the mission immediately.
I'll try my best. I really do have the worst luck.
How are the enemy's numbers?
Alright, I think that's spotting most of
Are
them.
you lost? Use that tree.
Damage minimal. Damage minimal.
Sure, there's still. And yeah, so every unit has like a weak point. I mean, for infantry units, it's the head, and for tanks, there's the bright glowing bits on the back, where even like infantry fire can take them out. And if you can, you always want to try to target those, which is why, like for tank battles and stuff,
Entering combat.
you'll see me try to just drive around enemy tanks so I can get to the back.
Enemy sighted. Now.
Nice work. Keep taking them down.
Hostile sighted.
And also make an effort here to like block, like for example, this enemy lancer from being able to get behind my tank, so I don't risk an immediate crit fail. Here, sorry, I didn't see that last question. If all main characters die,
Help me.
so I believe, said,
Block off the enemy's path.
I think the minimum number of characters it allows you to roll with would be 5, because you have, like, I mean, obviously, so, like, the main characters, when they die, it just fails the mission, and then it kicks you back out to the, like, kind of like the deployment screen, and thankfully it doesn't auto-fail the entire game, it just auto-fails the level, so you can reset, but you can, however, get killed off pretty much every unit except for,
All units, watch your surroundings.
I think it's just, yeah, Rosie, Largo, Welkin, and then when you get it later, the Shamrock. So I think you could, if things went bad enough, you could be stuck with only 5 units for the entirety of the game. Which would make the game significantly more difficult as it goes on, just because they give you a max deployment, usually of somewhere between 8 to 10. And missions are often designed where you need to be able to split your units. And not being able to do that would make it a lot more difficult.
Enemy sighted. Get ready. Did you see that?
Man down. Everybody be careful.
I totally got it. Please hit, okay?
Who are these guys? They just won't go down.
We've got no choice. Pull out. Everybody get out the best you can.
You know where to meet up afterwards. Once we all get there, the hunt's on.
Smug bastards. They're making plans for their next hunt before they're even out of this.
They're talking to themselves. There's only one enemy left.
Sevens, we're hunting these cowards right back. Don't let a single one of them go.
Yippee!
Out of range.
Enemy spotted?
Yep, there was one more.
Like enemy found?
Oh, I found them all. Yeah, they're all gonna be over there.
Alright!
Target silenced. Head to the next one.
Stop! Go around! This way's no good!
I'm gonna set her up to watch over this. And then I probably need to bail Nancy out because she's in a terrible spot.
Please hit, okay?
Yeah, and hitboxes in this game of like objects on the map, you can tell it's definitely an older game just because sometimes they extend past where the object is, making combat in this a bit difficult. Oh. Yeah, like it can be difficult sometimes. I mean, right now, the save I'm playing on has, I've been working to try to level everybody up to the max level of 20. So, they're kind of difficult to get killed off. Like, right now, if this was at normal leveling, my scout here should not have been able to survive that attack because she was fired on behind by a stormtrooper. And they do a lot of damage, but right now my units are fairly high level, so they can take quite a lot of abuse. So, here we go. Great example. I put her in a terrible spot. But, so since she wasn't ran over by an enemy yet, keyword is yet, she's just in a downed state. Oh no. Come on. Somebody fire at him. So I'm probably gonna fail this mission because he... Oh. Why? Okay. Yeah, the enemy will immediately stop moving after one of your units fire at them normally. So...
Hey, one of those Imperials is getting
But
away.
yes, units in the grass are a pain because they don't like to shoot. But yeah, so here's kind of what I was talking about earlier. So Nancy's down, and there's two ways I can handle this. One, I can send a unit over, like Carl, I can have him run over here. But right now that's a bit dangerous because I've got 3 enemy troopers right there. So I can also issue orders to just evacuate them. Now you have to learn this one. But I'm just gonna waste it. And so now she's safe. I can use her again later.
Sit tight. Help's almost there.
You're all right. Stay strong.
So Nancy's safe. You don't have to worry about her. She'll be fine. Tragically, so you didn't really see it there, but I did in fact run over some of the enemy troops. Unfortunately though, when it comes to this game, running them over doesn't do any damage. It just moves them aside. So rushing your tank at the enemy forces doesn't really do much, unfortunately. There we go. So now I could, in fact, probably actually have gone and saved Nancy with a unit, but oh well, it would cost the same amount of turns anyways. So I imagine you're probably talking about like when they're down to there after, like, for example, when Nancy was shot and she was in her wounded state. In that case, that's really the only way your enemies can kill characters. I'll have to show you here in just a second. Let me see if I can get Carl to take someone out.
I refuse to let it end here.
Alright. So, come on, take him out, please. So, in this case, the enemy is downed. And for all intended purposes, they would be killed to us. But if that was your soldier on the ground, they're just incapacitated. Now, if I walk onto them, see how they disappear? That's how, that counts your unit as killed off in combat. Or if you leave them there on the ground for 3 turns, they'll then disappear, and that also counts as being killed.
They could be hiding anywhere. Please be careful.
So. Now, when they get into the down situation, though, then it becomes, then I admit I do kind of panic and will launch a full-out attack on that area. Now, thankfully, it wasn't too bad over here, since most of the enemies had just run past, and were sitting over here. But, yeah, no, I was like, when she got down, I mean, there was no questions asked. We were sending everything we could to make sure she survived that combat, so. And in terms of, like,
Ready for action. Enemy sighted. Get ready.
The protagonist characters, yeah, that's also when, like, you would instantly fail the mission for all of your infantry. The tanks like Welkin is as soon as the tank blows up, he's counted as killed.
Die. Did you see that? Who are these guys? This place is insane. Fall back.
Alright. So I've secured that edge. Now the next most likely escape route they're going to try for is this bottom left corner one. But Rosie's a cheap weapon that I've gotten in this game, so I'm not too worried about these last 2 enemies. That's what I say until there's a 3rd enemy that shows up. So you always hope the enemy keeps going. So this is my favorite game. No, it's not really. It's not my favorite game of all time, but I mean, I do really, really like love this game. I mean, it's easily top 5. Now, my favorite game of all time is it's admittedly tied between 2 of them. Solas Robo Red the Hunter for the Nintendo DS, and Conflict Desert Storm for like the PlayStation 2 are my 2 favorite games of all time. I mean, like I said, this one's really great, and I mean, admittedly, my 2 favorite games are probably a bit of nostalgia and a bit of just, I mean, like I absolutely adore the story for Solas Robo, and Conflict Desert Storm is just the nostalgia behind it. From, when I was young playing it. So admittedly, those are kind of biased, but I mean, Valkyria Chronicles. I mean, it's got a great story. I mean, a very solid combat system. I mean, it rewards you for playing smart, punishes you for taking big risks and not being able to follow through on it. So I mean, in terms of a game, I mean, it's really great. I mean, it's got everything you want. The issue is you can kind of feel the age in it. Valkyria Chronicles 4 I also really, really love. I might play that at some point first on stream, but it's pretty much like Valkyria Chronicles here, just that they've got some updated stuff so it plays a little bit better, and some just improvements that this game kind of needed. So if I had to recommend a Valkyria Chronicles game, I'd either this one because it explains kind of everything, or Valkyria Chronicles 4, just because it plays very similar to this game, but it's a lot improved. So, but yeah, not necessarily, like, going back to the question, yeah, it's not necessarily my favorite game, but I mean, it's up there. It's pretty dang close to the top.
You live in this village, kid? Where's your family at?
The Imperials who came to the village before, they killed my parents.
That's rough.
Why do people hate us? Are they gonna keep hating us forever?
I'll tell you something. My town got hit by a hunt, too.
Really?
A whole bunch of Darksons lived near me, see? And they burned the whole place down. My mom and little brother died in the fire. After that, I started hating Darksons, too. Figured if it weren't for them, you know? But a good friend showed me I was all wrong. She was the first real Darkson friend I had.
What's she like? How'd you become friends?
Yeah, so admittedly, yeah, I'm a bit shocked. I mean, generally, I don't admittedly get a lot of views on my stream, so, I mean...
She was true. Kind and honest and strong to the core.
So yeah, I mean... Pleasant surprise, but yeah, definitely surprise. Because I usually don't stream particularly popular games, especially for streaming and stuff. Like, I mean, primarily what I've streamed, except for a few exceptions where I played Pokemon Shield and Jedi Fallen Order, it's mostly been kind of older games. Like, I played Soul Robo and obviously Valkyria Chronicles, so not necessarily exciting games for people to watch and stream and stuff, but I mean, I love them, so that's why I always want to show them off to people. Hopefully somebody shows up and takes an interest in them, so.
Building a world where Darksons and everybody else got along was always her big dream. I figure now it falls on me to make sure that happens.
Do you know a way to get people not to hate us? If so, please, please tell me.
I wish I did, kiddo. All I know is how to get things done my own way. Want to know my plan? When this war's over, I'm gonna be a singer.
A singer?
Yeah. Songs sound the same to folks of all kinds. The feelings behind them get through. I'll keep singing until her dream comes true. You should figure out your own way, kiddo.
How I'd change the world?
Well, I gotta get going. Take care, kid.
You too. Thank you very much.
Isara, I got something to report to you today. A while back, when we went to stop the hunts, I met a boy who'd lost his parents, right? Well, he sent me a letter. Said once I got to sing again, he'd come listen to me. Good taste for a little squirt, huh? And he says he wants to become a doctor. Says that's his way of changing the world.
You know. So, Valkyria Chronicles 2 centers around, like, takes place actually after the events of the first game, which is different than the other few games in the series. Because, like, obviously, Valkyria Chronicles 3 and 4 all take place, like, during the war at relatively the same time, and Revolution takes place before it. And so, just going through and playing Valkyria Chronicles, it's just, every time I go back and, you know, I play more and more of the games and kind of study more of it, the more you realize kind of things are interconnected.
Take it easy, Asara. I'll come again
and just some of the callbacks that they make and stuff. Because I would have to double check on something, but I think that one of the three main characters in Valkyria Chronicles 2 may have been referenced in relation to the event that takes place in this side chapter. But I'd have to double check on that one off the top of my head. But here we are, one of the most painful levels to play. Especially in my initial playthrough. Because we can see the map here. And I'll explain it when we get to the mission, but it's difficult. Because it's a lot of open field.
After wresting it from the Empire's control, Squad 7 left Brule for Nagyar, the stage for this war's grandest battle. Even as they traveled, an increasing number of soldiers streamed into both camps. Both sides braced to feel the brunt of the other's army in the fight for all of Gallia.
General, as I've said 100 times now, I strongly recommend a change of tactics.
Let's see here. Question. Yeah, no, I'm still gonna be streaming probably for at least another hour or so. Generally try to get through like 2 chapters of the game per day. Or not per day, but per week or so, whenever I do it, so... Yeah, no, still gonna be here for about another hour. We'll see, depends kind of where I am on the story and stuff, but... Still got a little bit more time.
Fending off advances.
The enemy have gathered in one place for us. We can't let this chance slip by. If we win this one battle, we'll be able to kick those imps out of Gallia for good.
General, we lack the manpower to break through an enemy force that large.
If we're short on soldiers, why aren't you out drafting more farmhands for us?
Do you honestly plan to let our countrymen die needlessly out there?
When attack, if not now, Varrot? We will win this battle! We must! We'll throw everything Gallia's got at them. A few casualties are going to be inevitable. If you've got time to sit there fretting, go light a fire under those yokels of yours.
Understood. I will do my best.
Sorry I'm late.
We deploying?
We're still on standby. I'm figuring we'll get the order to move out a bit past noon.
Gotcha!
Is everybody ready to go?
All set and waiting for the word. But it sure looks like the enemy's got us in numbers.
They do. The invading front's nearly all here. This one's gonna be a major battle.
I've made my peace with it and all, but seeing them all lined up out there's heavy.
Guys, can I say something? I grew up in an orphanage. I don't have a family.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I always
So,
thought I was alone.
yeah, no, it's currently a day right now. I mean, kind of like late afternoon. I mean, actually, I mean, if you're in Brazil right now, I believe we might be relatively similar, like, time zones. Just the biggest change will be the seasons, since Brazil's in the southern hemisphere and I'm in, like, the northern one. So.
That I wasn't alone at all. Not anymore.
That being said, though, my work schedule normally is
You guys are my family.
pretty awful. Like, it's primarily like afternoon and night, so my sleep schedule's a bit different than most people, but yeah, no. Right now, though, it's pretty solid middle of the afternoon, so still got a bit more time.
The squad's your family.
Before a big battle like this, it's scary. I figure I feel just like all of you do. But when I think I'm here alongside my family, I feel strong enough to fight.
Yeah, no, up here it's actually, we're just getting into the summer. So, yeah, yeah, I mean, I wish it was winter because I do not like the heat, but, yeah, winter just ended a couple of, honestly, probably like a couple of weeks for us, but it's supposed to be a couple of months, but, yeah. But winter decided to stick around a little bit longer.
All folks are gone, and I got no siblings, but
Went
bet
from,
this is
like,
what it's like.
snowing one day to pretty dang hot, like, a week later, so... Hard swing in the weather.
Of course, any siblings of mine would have grown up a lot better acting than you lot.
Sounds odd to say it, but you're right. And I bet Isara's watching over us all.
All right, let's go do this.
Yeah, let's go put holes in those tanks.
Yeah, then let's all come back here together.
We'll get through this fight and see Gallia free again on the other side.
Your Grace, all troops have arrived at Nagyar in adopted combat positions.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean... That's pretty exciting.
This time we'll crush their feeble army.
You know, I mean, you've been doing pretty good. I mean, on your use of the English language here, I mean, every message you've posted, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've been getting what you've been meaning. I mean, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, good luck with learning English because of all of the Roman-based languages. It can have some fun.
Make it so.
Interpretations that can make it difficult for, like, even, you know, I natively speak English, but there's some things I struggle with in it. And I mean, that's true for really every language, but
Selvaria, you
there's
have
just
never failed me in your
words that have, like, double meanings, sound similar, odd formatting, stuff like that. But it's more written than it is spoken, so. But yeah, I mean, congrats on starting working on another language. I've tried in the past to learn some other languages, but
I exist because
I mean, the issue is you know, it builds on your native language, what you understand of it, and man, that was a struggle. Like, I was just trying to learn Spanish, which is the closest to English, but oh yeah, no, it's all right. I mean, I don't mind typos. One of the friends I regularly talk to, I mean, he speaks English, and we have to translate what he says, because it's just a garbled typo mess, so don't worry about any mess-ups, it's alright.
Sir, Your Grace, you are too kind.
It's like, it happens to everybody, especially when you're typing, and you know, you want to try to get your message out there fast. Sometimes you just mess up. I mean, I write double words all the time, because my brain's thinking faster than my hands are, so.
Grace's company.
Just takes a bit of practice, but I know you'll get there. I mean, you're doing pretty well so far, so.
Estranged from my parents before I could know them, thrown into that research facility. The object of heinous experiments and deprived of human contact. But Your Grace took me from that place, raised me to be a human before Valkyria.
Then awaken the powers within you. I betrayed the trust you placed in me.
No, Grace. Once I learned that the Valkyria's powers stir only when the body faces death. I didn't hesitate a moment. I would gladly pierce this breast again, even now. When you granted me the shield and the lance from the ruins, I became Valkyria only for you.
Oh, yeah, when... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I imagine that's a bit of a pain.
Never until then had I thought to feel proud.
I was like, I've never really, I mean, admittedly, I've never really studied, like, the Portuguese language, so I can't quite, you know, I don't have an exact clarification of some of the words there, but yeah, I mean, like, for in Spanish, I know, like, thankfully, like, the word no is exactly the same, but, like, sometimes it's, like, spelling and stuff, but, like, I mean, Spanish, you know, you've got the food maize, but in English, the word maize is a completely different thing. Just stuff like that, and I mean, I'm actually shocked. I mean, I know they're based on the same things, but I thought Portuguese was a bit more off than English, but that's interesting to know. That's kind of neat. But yeah, I imagine that's a pain to learn, though. Oh boy.
Power that blood holds.
Especially because, you know, you're used to it being one thing, and now you gotta know it as a completely separate interpretation. So.
Go forth, Selvaria. Bring victory to my army.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully none of those words that are similar are one of those where it has also like 4 different meanings in English, because man, that could get messy.
Tanks at 015. Gallian forces approaching. Approximately 2 regiments.
Silly fools. Now feel the power of the Valkyria. Maximilian. This time we will win. I promise you.
Yeah, that little cutscene there was a good taste of why this level
This
is
is a full-scale showdown against the
a
Empire's
problem.
entire invasion force. Here are the details. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah, I see that now, yeah. Oh boy, yeah, that would be difficult. It's literally the opposite. I mean, one nice thing though, I guess, for example, between push and, I don't want to butcher your language, I'm sorry. What is that, like, is it Hussar? That's probably more of a Z sound, sorry. Pronunciation is not my specialty, and when we start getting to other languages it gets exponentially worse, so I apologize, but okay, yeah. I mean, at least in this case, like, I know there's probably far worse examples than push and pull, but at least, I mean, in that case you can remember them as opposites, but yeah, that can get messy. Oh boy, yeah, that is a literal opposite. That is unfortunate. It's the only way I can describe that, I'm sorry, but like, man, that is rough. Alright, we'll go with that. It's time to begin the operation. I ask that you give me 100% on this one.
Well, here we are, I guess. That enemy camp looks awfully well protected.
This one's going to come down to slipping past the enemy fire and into their lines.
Lieutenant Gunther, that Valkyria from Barius has been sighted here as well. The Eastern Front is suffering debilitating losses to her as we speak.
Are you serious?
Okay.
It's possible she'll head this way before much longer. Keep your...
So the only thing I remember about this mission is hiding in the holes here, and nothing else. So...
The hunt begins. Checkmate.
See how this goes.
Target sighted.
How are you holding up?
Top operations complete. Good night. Sweet dreams.
thing.
Alright.
Here I come!
Who are these guys?
Should be my number. Okay.
I'm on it!
Act as soon as you spot a target.
Oh, okay, so that does have the range to hit me over here. Okay.
Watch out for stray bullets.
So you cannot just run along the edge of the map. That was the idea I was trying. It did not work.
My turn, okay?
Now, run! Go, go, go! Be ready for an ambush, soldiers.
Alright, so.
Awesome!
The biggest problem this mission has is we need to get across the open field here, but these bunkers can deal some damage, so.
I got it!
Don't you die on me. Please.
Just, leave it to me.
I don't want to use the bum rush strat. I really got no other choice here besides to just run across the open field, which is
There's a ton of them.
not optimal.
Yippee!
Who are these guys? Don't let them break through.
There's a ton of them.
How are you holding up? Can you keep going?
I think that's the play we're gonna go with. Okay. Well, looks like let's push. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's no fun. Man, that's really, yeah. The antonyms are, looking similar. It's not what I would call optimal for learning a language.
Please hit, okay?
Oh boy, yeah.
But not surprised. Be extremely cautious.
Enemy spotted?
How's their manpower now?
I totally got it.
Good. That makes things a bit easier.
Target.
I think I spawned my units in bad spots.
Taking the stage.
Don't you die on me. Please.
And so we're about to learn why I wish there was a go back on your turn button. Because she did not make it into cover. Which is not good for what's about to go down. And we find another fault with the original game. Snipers can't fire back. Wait, she didn't take any damage. Yeah, but interestingly, she took no damage, so I'll take it.
Taking the stage.
Let's not do that again. Let's not try that again. That sounds like a bad idea.
Let's get pinned down.
Moving out.
So that should have handled that issue. Understandable. Alright. So we can only bank on that middle thrust here.
Taking the stage. I'm at the top of my game. Enemies sighted. That's what you get.
Alright, excellent. That's what I wanted out of that.
I totally got it. What enemy found? Please hit, okay?
Yeah, because that's how physics work. Alright, so the problem is I don't want to spawn in the tanks quite yet because I think that starts the counter on Selvaria, and that's not what we need right now. But at the same time, I want the rockets destroyed so I can get my units across.
Sweet dreams.
It's kind of created an interesting dilemma. that I don't quite have an answer for at the current moment. So the issue is my snipers, the ones I have spawned out there, and really none of the snipers, but they don't really do much damage to the bunkers, unfortunately. Like, you can fire through I noticed on the design they've got like the slit. You can fire bullets into there to do more damage. The only problem is that the units have a different... Here, let me see. Okay, I can't look at the reserves right now. Unit list, there we go. Reserves, info. So they all have different types of guns, and you notice it has versus personnel and then versus armor. And so, like, if I were to fire one of the rockets at the front of the bunker. It would take me about 3 shots normally to take it out. But the problem is that they're going to be weak against the machine gun fire and do a lot of damage. So she has an anti-tank sniper rifle, but the amount of turns it would take to take out that turret would be so long that instead what my plan is generally when they set bunkers on this map, on any map, they have like boxes behind them that you can blow up that will immediately take out the bunker. So my plan is to use those to be able to move up my units across. But the problem is I need to get them to those bunkers, and it's a little bit of a challenge right now because the way I spawn my units, I have a minimal attack force, so... Optimally, if you're firing into the slits of the bunkers, you want to be using the Lancer, like the anti-tank units, or your tanks. But I have no position to really use either of them right now. So instead I've got to hope I can get my units around to handle it. Oh, that didn't move up far enough. That's rather unfortunate.
I got it!
Like, it's really not that long of a distance. And if I get to about here, I don't think you can shoot at me anymore. Oh, that range. We're gonna try it.
Moving out.
So we're gonna try plan B, which is running as fast as you can.
Can't beat the smell of fresh soil.
Okay, that does work. Just takes a lot of damage, which is not great for the opening or push of your attack. Oh, uh-oh. So I took a lot of damage there, which is not something we needed, but...
This can't be good. Enemy unit spotted.
What type is it?
Don't stop once you leave the trench.
Yeah, okay, so... And here's kind of what I was talking about earlier, though. See the glowing box behind the bunker here? If we blow that up, it'll immediately take out the bunker. So I say that and I run out of moves. Excellent. So that's kind of been what the plan was, just because I don't have any units in a decent enough position to deal enough damage to the bunkers. Great cinematic shot here. Okay.
Get ready.
Alright. So now back to what... I can finally demonstrate what I was talking about. So yeah, I just poop and it immediately blows up the bunker. So... And there should be one behind the other side as well. That if I get hit from all the way over here would be a lifesaver, but... Each bunker has like a little small wall that blocks you from being able to do it from the side. So...
Don't stop once you leave the trench.
Jump into that.
Alright. Oop. Yeah, I mean, that's been the biggest problem, and I can advance more now on this right side, which is kind of my heavy-hitting units.
Okay, I got it.
Now that the machine gun bunker's out of the way. But... yeah, I admit that was the strategy. The way I spawned them in was not conducive to the operation. They had a lot of... they didn't have great positioning, which meant that I had to expose a lot of my, primarily scouts, which aren't supposed to be taking a lot of damage, to a lot of gunfire. So...
The hunt begins. Checkmate.
Because yeah, so normally, like I said, if you can fire into this slot, it would, it kills the bunker a bit faster than if you were just firing it, like, anywhere on it. But the problem is, like I said before, this is an anti-personnel sniper rifle, so it doesn't really do much damage. Now, if I'd spawned the anti-tank one, we might be able to get something out of it, but... in this case, unfortunately, no.
Nothing personal.
But we can help take out some of the enemies to make the crossing a little bit easier later on. And in fact, we might just leave this left bunker alone for the time being. Just push here.
Just, leave it to me? Here I go!
Alright, now this camp, will allow us, it will bring in our tanks, start the second set of the mission, and unfortunately also spawns Selvaria, which...
Sir, we've occupied the Midway camp.
Good.
Makes this mission a
Can't
lot
call in
harder.
any more rocket salvos.
So here you are. How have you been since Barnes?
Oh no, the Valkyria's arrived!
I need to pay you back for that defeat.
Lieutenant, the Valkyria appears to be making her way to our base camp.
It's too dangerous to confront her directly. What are your orders?
All right. Continue your attack as before. If we take their base camp, she may fall back. It's a race to see which of us can capture the other one's flag first. You probably can't stop her, but sending a few tank rounds her way may slow her down. There are dips and divots across the field. Hide your tank in those and snipe at her.
Understood. We'll try our best, Captain.
Alright, yeah. So, we're entering phase 2 of this mission. And where it starts to get, fun.
Make a run for it, as soon as the next volley ends.
So if you have enough moves, you can actually finish this mission this turn. Like I said, if you have enough moves, because the biggest issue is the enemy tank that's on the point. Because if we just clear off these 3 units and take the flag, the mission is over. And so probably what it's expecting you to do is run a Lancer around here, up here, and then blow up the tank from behind. And we'll probably have to wind up doing that, but right now... this. Also, another issue with this game is you can't... in newer games, you can retreat units as long as they're on the, like, on your base. But in this game, you can't do that, which, is kind of annoying. Yeah, I wish we could just snipe the Valkyria and, call it a day, but, unfortunately, the thing about, the lore in this game is she does a lot of damage, is nearly invulnerable, and and has massive range. So right now, my sniper, if I fire at her, might immediately get killed off, and I would prefer not to do that. So what you're supposed to be doing to slow her down is you fire with the tank, damage her, and then kind of like hide. And I also gotta move these because it's parked right in front of the Sev. You know, she's firing her big laser gun at us. And that can do quite a bit of damage when it's on her turn and not this base attack. I drove too far. Uh-oh. Alright, we're just gonna go in the hole. So yeah, you want to hide in these holes here because it makes it harder for her to hit you. That's gonna be...
Make sure to stay cautious.
Oop.
Watch the distance between.
Alright, so yeah, so I made the unit retreat earlier, so I could spawn in my anti-tank unit. Okay, it's just gonna get stuck here. So I could spawn in my anti-tank unit. Retreating in this game doesn't mean your unit is lost or anything like that. It just means that you're pulling them off the battlefield. If you're evacuating them, it means that they're down. So, I don't know what was supposed to happen. Alright, so yeah, we'll kind of demonstrate what I was talking about for the Valkyria. It does a lot of damage. So we don't want that to be firing on our units.
Is that what that woman's capable
Yeah, she can instant kill, which is why I'm hiding my tanks in a hole.
We need to proceed with extreme caution. Stay in those trenches as you make for their camp.
No.
And so, he's gonna retreat. So, the biggest thing also in this mission is that if you can begin phase 2 with a lot of movement points, because you can complete it, you can do a lot of damage. Issue is we didn't have a lot of movement points to start this turn here, which is why, like, for example, the Shamrock was left completely out in the open, and why I have only one unit up here. Optimally, you can get like 3 or 4 guys up here to help make clearing that point really fast, but I didn't plan for it, so here we are.
Been waiting here.
And since they moved those 2 guys off that backside, what we're gonna do is just run around them.
Just, leave it to me. Enemy spotted? Like, enemy found?
Oh, okay.
There's a ton of them.
Oh wow, they auto-fired well past her turn, okay.
Please hit, okay?
So we're gonna have to use some cheesing strats. Because I need that unit and that unit gone for me to be able to lance my anti-tank units up. Let me see here. Yeah, we're just gonna retreat because I'm not getting her out of there.
This is an order.
So yeah, like I said, there's 2 ways to remove from the battlefield: retreat and evacuate.
We'll handle this.
Retreat is good, evacuate is bad.
I'm on it.
All units, watch your surroundings.
And that's the biggest issue. So, units auto-fire, and sometimes they get to auto-fire much longer than their turn. In that case, it was very much longer than their turn.
I got it.
So that was nice. And I don't have enough units over here right now, because I didn't get to spawn them. So... I can't throw a grenade far enough.
Taking the stage. Medic! Fight this thing. I'm almost there. Medic, please help.
Yeah, so the tank spawned after we took the most recent base that's right there. What it did is it made it where the artillery that was firing at the end of every turn in the middle of the map, it made it disappear, and so it allowed our tanks to come into the battle.
That's not. I can't. No.
And you do nothing. Excellent. So that's why the tanks are there that weren't there at the beginning of the round.
You're through.
Stuck on. Alright,
My turn, okay?
Their numbers are... It's unlike anything thus far. Now's your chance.
alright. So we're gonna try... Really? Wait your turn, please. Oh, that's the end of her move. Excellent. Oh, I need to heal anyways.
My turn, okay?
But instead...
Please hit.
we're trying to do some damage.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Entering combat.
Alright, so if I can get the tank turned around... Maneuvering the tank is a bit difficult sometimes. Okay, yeah, so,
Those trenches can be extremely useful.
I'm stuck in the hole. Yeah, if you... For a PSP emulator, I mean, they're pretty simple to find. If you look up, I think it's... what is it? It's PPSSPP is the PSP emulator that I normally use. Hopefully that stalled it. And it does a pretty good job. Fortunately though, yeah, the first game here, Valkyria Chronicles, it isn't on PSP, but a similar game that is on the PSP though is Valkyria Chronicles 3. And it plays pretty similarly. The only issue is that it's Japanese only, so you might have to look for a translated version of the game for that. Because I know that they've got an English translation that people have been making, but...
Roger! Nobody beats Hayes!
Make good use of cover as you proceed.
Roger! Nobody beats Hayes!
There's gonna be a guy over here.
Dying time! You're dead! Good work. Keep it up. Roger! Nobody beats Hades!
Yep. I'm not working this minefield very cleanly. I don't want to waste all of my moves, but I do want to get him up behind us.
Roger! Nobody beats Hades!
So this will be fun. I was hoping it would launch him. I didn't. Yeah, so this clearly isn't gonna. I've never gone around this way, so I didn't know what was over here. I was expecting enemies, but not the minefield. So that'll be the end of this plan.
My turn, okay? Enemy unit spotted! Now!
Excellent. So there's only one more unit in the way of that Hank. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, she does have a lance and shield, but her lance does fire like magic bullets. So, but it is, yeah, pretty funny though that she gets like the lance and shield thing and going on, because it does look out of place, but.
Taking the stage.
But she's definitely not at a disadvantage with it, so.
I can't. No! That's what you get!
You're doing well. Just
Okay.
Just watch this.
Darn it. I was trying to abuse the game mechanics there, where if you enter the fire mode, sometimes the enemies won't fire if you do it fast enough. So what I was trying to do is abuse the game where it wouldn't fire, and it would let me just run past the tank, but it didn't work.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
But yeah, that's kind of the cheese strat, is you just run around the entire base and just take out what's on the point.
Yes.
So,
we've occupied their base camp.
unfortunately, I would have loved to have just been doing that with like E, just running around it behind her, but
Fine.
yeah, her machine gun isn't strong enough for that. If I had a Rosie, which I had stuck at the beginning of the map, she'd be able to take out that tank from behind with her gun, but most of my other units aren't strong enough to be able to do that, which is why I had to bring the Largo, my Lancer, the anti-tank unit, up to destroy it from behind.
We've made a good start in this battle. His Grace will be pleased.
Or unless you were talking about, yeah. So... and Selvaria is unfortunately our enemy, so if I could use her, that would be it would make this game a lot easier. But, yeah, unfortunately right now, the only unit that I had in position for that was the anti-tank unit, so...
Lieutenant, excellent work out there. Sending that monster back was a salvation for us. That said, our side has suffered heavy losses. They are the clear victors of this first round.
Because she's strong enough that I was just going to leave my tank in that hole, so...
What is she? Some kind of monster?
That's a Valkyria's real power.
were able to occupy their main camp, but took massive losses. Alicia, we can't hold it. We're undermanned. We have to call for additional troops.
Right. I'll go gather the rest of the squad.
Alicia!
Alicia!
It can't be. We got them all.
We don't have time to go search. We've got to get Alicia out of here.
Come on, boss. Gotta move. Bring Alicia.
Alicia!
And then jarringly, there's an intermission mission, or little story in between. So.
What do you mean we're deploying? Alicia's been shot, remember?
An Imperial raiding party is approaching via a long path around eastern Magyar.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, he's like, yeah, it's fine. Personally though, I mean, this is no offense to you, it's just kind of my general policy that I kind of use with everybody is, I mean, I don't really use Discord too much in, like, social media, so, like, yeah, I apologize. I mean, at some point here in the future, I would like to get kind of a more, like, official Discord set up, but, for right now, yeah, I don't really have anything that I can give out. Definitely, though, I'm thinking about it, and I might do that a bit more soon here, but yeah, it's like, honestly, and I'm not even quite sure what my Discord information is right now. So yeah, I apologize. I mean, at some point here, I guess in the near future, I'll try to figure that out, but yeah, in the meantime, not quite yet, I guess how I'll phrase it, if that makes any sense. But
if they manage to hit us in the flank in the shape we're in now, things will get ugly.
It wouldn't kill the other side to show a bit of consideration.
The Magyar
yeah, thanks for understanding. Yeah, just,
the rest of the Gallian army.
I don't know, like, I mean, granted, in the group thing, you'll be able to, you know, see all the username and stuff too, but that's not really the problem. It's just right now I just don't really have much of a place set up or anything like that on Discord, so.
But I need you to stop that raid.
I pretty much just get on it to, like, whenever me and some of our friends are getting on the game, and that's really it. I mean, other than that, I have it off the entire day, so.
The enemy is approaching a refugee camp housing.
I just went somewhere more officially to have stuff put, just so I can keep tabs of it more rather than just, you know, ambiguously there. Because I feel kind of bad if I were to just be like, here you go, and then just never look at it.
I'd like you to secure the safety of that camp, in addition to halting the enemy.
May I ask how Alicia's condition is? We haven't seen her since she was hurt.
Sergeant Melchiot is still unconscious. Still no signs of waking up. You'll have to make do without her this time around. Good luck, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Gunther, are you listening?
Oh, yes. Yes, Captain.
I know you're worried about her, but times like this are when the squad needs you most.
Yes, Captain.
I look forward to a favorable report. You're dismissed.
Hey, boss. What's the plan?
Right, okay. Everybody, get yourselves ready. I'll do the same.
Welkin's taking this pretty hard, isn't he?
I just hope he doesn't let that gloom slow him down in the field.
All right. Let's go do this.
Here are details on the current operation.
Alright. This is, I think, a defense mission. Okay, and no shamrock. Okay. Okay,
We're prepared to commence the operation. I look forward to good news from you.
yeah, so I know WhatsApp is reasonably popular.
Defend the refugee camp! No one gets
Yeah, I'm trying to think what most people use, because, like I said, I'm awful with social media. Like, honestly, like I have a Twitter, but, like, I don't even use it. Like, it's just so I can access, like, lists and stuff.
Wish we had a good scout.
Popular apps that people talk with. I think, I think in the US it's probably, like, you know, WhatsApp is pretty popular, but I think a lot of people use, at least that I know, is like,
You trying to distract the boss?
it's like
Sorry.
Snapchat, I think, but I don't know if that does. I think that has a text feature. I'm not 100% certain. I'm trying to think what else people use.
Enemy sighted straight ahead. They appear to be advancing toward the refugee camp, sir.
Okay, Sevens. Don't let
Yeah, I know
anyone
WhatsApp
through
is
until people in those camps
fairly
get back.
popular here in the US too.
Spot the approach routes they're likely to take and be there to greet them.
Let's do this thing. Enemy sighted. New target sighted. Let's do this thing. Go down! Huh.
Enemy unit neutralized.
I'm on it. Go down! Huh.
Just keep up this pace.
Let's see here.
Let's do this thing.
See, I don't remember this mission at all.
Here I come.
down, everybody.
Let's do this then. Go down!
Huh. Good. That makes things a bit easier.
I'm on.
Just keep up this pace.
Yeah, sorry I'm not too accustomed to like stuff like that. Like I said, I don't know why. I've just never been able to really click with social media. Like I know kind of about them and stuff like that, but just myself, I've just never been able to like get used to using it. I guess is just the way to phrase it. Well, that was useful.
Under minor fire!
How's it coming?
Minor damage sustained.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about myself.
Damn!
Yeah, like I said, I don't remember this mission. I should have spread my units out more, but I wanted to see if Rosie could handle it all.
Defend the refugee camp! No one gets through! Squad 7, move out!
Okay, we'll diversify movements.
You dumb lump.
Sorry.
Enemies.
Alright.
Entering combat. Enemy sighted. Hostile sighted. Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. Now!
It missed, okay.
Understood. Checkmate.
You've got to buy...
Good night. The hunt continues. Sweet dreams.
Can you see them?
Beats Empire! Nobody beats Hayes! Been waiting here.
The enemy could be hidden nearby.
I really wish they could. I mean, that would be amazing, but yeah, unfortunately, not that I'm aware of. Because, I mean, if you look at most of the tank designs here, they don't really have a viewer, like the driver's port, like they would on real life. So yeah, unfortunately, no, but that would be an amazing, amazing play if they could. Just set the sniper up and just aim for all the ports. That would be amazing.
Here I come. Huh.
I do have to say though, I like the way you think there. So yeah, this is a bit more realistic of a game. Yeah, that definitely would be the route to go. It's just... Oh, it's actually in a turn this time. There it is. I should have brought an engineer along. That would have been smart, but instead I brought a sniper. Okay.
Entering combat. Enemy sighted.
Pay attention to the enemy's position.
So we're gonna have to make some money moves here.
Enemy sighted.
In order to be able to take out all the enemy tanks here. I think we're in a decent position right now. Doesn't look like it, but... Okay, yeah, so, unfortunately, the tanks, all they do is move units, so they don't do any damage, which is great because, yeah, if you accidentally, like, because the tanks are a bit hard to maneuver sometimes, so it's great so you don't accidentally kill off your units. The one downside is that you know, you can't run over enemies. Because that would make life a lot easier. I could just run people over, but I can't, unfortunately. So. All you can do is push them out of the way. I've got that cover on that. That won't do anything, okay.
Fire!
I'm impressed, but not so.
That was a lot of moves to do nothing.
Entering combat.
Guess I'll just commit. And that's gonna move nowhere. Excellent. And I just gave up trying to drive up that hill.
Minor damage sustained.
Alright, as long as they don't do too much more damage, we'll be in a good spot. Which sounds weird for how much damage the AOS has taken. But because it's turned around like that, I might be able to get my anti-tank unit in, so... Or... Interesting. Never seen the enemies just do that before. Surprised he's not shooting his own teammate. You can do friendly fire via, like, actual shooting in this game, though. Or sometimes if you get lucky, you'll get the enemy to just continuously shoot their own team rather than at you. Well, crap. Okay, well... Thought I turned it enough, I did not.
Sorry.
Yeah, so the problem is I didn't have any way to repair my tank, so I just pretty much had to go launch it. So we're gonna try a reorganization. Because that was a terrible strategy. Alright, so this time around, I'm going to spawn the engineer unit so I can repair my tank. And I might actually keep the sniper. I can't do start test.
We're prepared to...
Defend the refugee camp! No one gets through! Squad 7, move out!
Yeah, I'm trying to play this mission, I think, a little bit too aggressively. Because you can either wait 8 turns, or you can destroy all the enemies. So I was trying to destroy all the enemies, but that approach is clearly not working. So...
Entering combat! Enemy sighted!
We'll try the reasonable approach.
Imperial unit sighted. Please be careful.
Alright. Please tell me it's got the range. Yes, it does. Oop. Yeah, no, unfortunately, if you run over an enemy, they don't suffer any damage either. Which, I mean, is kind of fair, because if you could hit your own team, but not, like, without any damage, but not the other team, it'd be a little bit broken of a mechanic, because then you can just drive the tank at the enemy force, but they made it where all you do is just boop them out of the way, just like you do your own team. Which is still plenty useful, though, because you can clear them out of, like, for example, like the grass or from behind sandbag barriers, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's still useful. Not as useful as if you just, you know, hit them, but
Let's do this thing.
it can help make it easier for your troops, at least.
Can you see them?
Go down!
Good. That makes things a bit easier.
Been waiting here.
How are you doing on ammo?
The hunt begins.
It's an enemy sniper that can hit me, but I can't hit it. That kind of bothers me.
Sweet dreams.
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
There we go, I should be able to hit now.
Minor damage sustained.
Okay, so the tanks are moving the exact same way as they did last time. Which is good and bad. And that guy did the exact same motion they did last time, just didn't shoot. Oh, I did it again. Oh, his turn ran out. Oh, thank God. I knew that the Lancer was in the grass, and I completely forgot about him.
The hunt begins. Checkmate.
Which is incredibly embarrassing, because that's how I failed the first time.
Good night. The hunt continues. Sweet dreams.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
So, yeah, so your moves and your opponent's moves are based separately. If you notice, some of the units here have like the little like gold star things, like the little like, gold emblems. Those influence the number of moves you have. I think you get like a base 3, and then for each like unit you have with a seal on it, the little emblem, you get that many more extra moves. So the enemies will be based differently, like how their tank has one. There, if I blow it up, they'll get one less move, but their system operates independently from mine. So if I were to only move one unit, they could still move 10. So.
Just watch this. Enemy sighted. You're done.
Alright, well that clearly didn't work. So the extra shot, the way that works, it wasn't meaning I could fire twice. What it does is, so for certain units, they have like a limited number of ammo type. And so for the sniper, you're only awarded like 3 shots per round. And so like for example, when I fired the sniper rifle, it used one of her 3 shots. And so what the extra shot does is it just added back in the 3rd shot rather than making it where I could fire twice. There's certain units where they do have like a double attack, but unfortunately I don't think hers didn't grant one, unfortunately. Because yeah, that would make life a lot easier. Now there are some snipers, I don't know if it's in this game, where they have that feature, but treads, but that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, well that's a pain. So yeah, see, the anti-tank kind of operates the same way. So, like, Largo began with 3 ammo and I fired twice. So now he's only got 1. If I had an extra shot, it would just move that ammo up to 2. Rather than allow me to shoot again.
Here we go!
And so what I've decided to do now is just take out the treads on the tanks, which means they can't move as far. So. And since I have an engineer, I'm not worried about the Edelweiss taking any damage, so. That's going to be our game plan going into this one. I might just try to wait out the 8 turns. Because the way they've got those enemy tanks grouped up, making it very difficult to get behind them. I don't have enough turns to actually take them out from the front, unfortunately. That one moving up that far was a major help. Oh boy. Okay. This is both good and bad. Good news is we know where they're at now, so. Bad news is I've really got nobody to get over there that fast. So I guess we might try to run Rosie and cut him off. Oh boy, though, this mission is a bit of a challenge.
Eliminate all enemy units.
I know he's over.
New target sighted. Here I
come. Yeah, I can. I just need to be able to move it into position. And that's kind of the problem that I have right now. It just because right now there's 2 enemy snipers that we know of. One's in the grass over here, and since I don't have a scout, I don't know exactly where they are, which would make it difficult to fire on them. And then this sniper over here is just in a bad spot for where I've got my sniper at. But we might be able to hit him now.
Checkmate distracted.
Yeah. So this isn't the sniper that keeps moving around on that other side, but it is very helpful to take this one out. So now I can kind of leave her out in the open.
Sweet dreams.
Let's do this thing. Enemy sighted.
And yeah. So now generally, you kind of know where the enemy is.
Just keep up this pace.
Based on the like little question marks that appear on the map. Like we know that that shock trooper ran into the grass somewhere over here. Now he's probably actually at that spot because I think he just immediately sat down and didn't move. But I think the sniper moved in the grass, so he's probably not exactly where that question mark is. So like I could blind fire around like some bullets there and maybe hit him, but it'd be a little bit more difficult. So.
Entering combat.
But what I can do is this. So we know that guy's over here in the grass near the edge here. Just fire a mortar in there. and knocks him out. So now he's exposed.
I'll try my best.
We want to try to head him off before he's able to make a run at our base.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
I'm going to move her back a tad. More visibility. So yeah, the scouts are great because they have decent range, but also they can see into like the grass and stuff at a significantly further distance. So like for example, if I were to move a scout over there, I could probably find that sniper pretty easily, but in this case I don't even know if I have a scout deployed.
Underminer fire!
And there's an enemy scout. So yeah, they have a lot of movement range, have great visibility, decent range, but their downside is they're fairly weak, so... I'm around my tank. Okay, actually it looks like he might just be right where that question mark is. He's gonna double move. Oh good, she does. So yeah, units can do evasive maneuvers, so they take less damage, but... So, you can do splash damage like grenades and stuff, but it won't be an instant kill, which is the unfortunate part. Splash damage won't really do much. I mean, you can actually hit really anywhere on a tank with a grenade and it'll do some damage, but they're not really the most effective. Only like a direct hit will really take out the tank, tragically. Okay, here we go. So she has a double attack, which in this game operates differently than some of some specializations, but so yeah, sometimes they'll give you an attack after your move, but in this case her double attack is just they'll fire twice. But if I can, no, I think those are trees. Well, those might be rocks. We'll see.
Just watch this.
So we're gonna try to run Largo around the tank. See how that goes. Because I destroyed its tread, the AI doesn't think it's worth moving it. Which is bad for us. I mean, it's good in terms of defense, because I don't have to worry about it attacking the base. Bad because then it just kept it parked in a very bad spot for us, so yeah, the heavy tanks do have one disadvantage: their turrets can't turn all the way around, so once you get behind it, it's dead. I'm gonna throw him into the bush. Oh. Well, this is awkward. So, Lancers are strong against explosives and stuff, so I can't do anything about that guy. And he can't do anything about me. So, we'll just have this awkward exchange and move on. Alright, that's 2 tanks down. So we know the enemy's somewhere in the middle of the grass over here. That's closer than I thought it was. That's interesting. It's driving it all the way around. Which is not what I was expecting it to be trying to do. What was that move? Yeah, no, I was like, I wish... So, the skills in this game fire off kind of randomly. You don't get to pick and choose, which is one downside. And one of the reasons why the double attack in this game is kind of useless is because a lot of the time, yeah, you kill the enemy. Like, it's helpful sometimes, but most of the time, yeah, it's not very useful. In some of the other games, their double attack, they changed that explicitly for the reason that, I mean, because, like, we just saw where it just kind of fired at a dead body. Or you could use it after a move, but... He's trying to hit the backside of my tank. But yeah, unfortunately you don't get to really pick when their abilities are used, because they operate, if I can get one to fire off, is they're not treated explicitly as, like, skills, which means that, like, they operate more kind of like, I don't want to say bonuses, but man, they're really going for it.
I'm on.
So sometimes there'll be like pop-ups that like where it's like they specialize in this terrain or against these units and stuff like that. So a lot of their bonuses and skills operate kind of like traits rather than actual like choosable abilities, which is unfortunate, but oftentimes it does decent at triggering them, but yeah, sometimes they'll do that where it just triggers a double attack on nothing. And that's kind of a pain. Oh, we're gonna move Largo. He did his job. I was just taking a pot shot, I didn't need to do that there, but...
Try to stay in the tall grass as you advance.
Alright. He'll just be a spotter. Okay, that is one of the challenges of this game, is that they make it where you don't get to choose when you use your abilities. It randomly picks it for you. So, sometimes you're banking on an ability to activate, and it doesn't happen.
Sweet dreams.
But...
Man down, everybody be careful.
Because, yeah, it adds the extra layer of challenge, but at the same time, it can be a little bit annoying. So... benefits and negatives to the system. It adds challenge, but at the same time, it, makes life hard.
Now! Target!
Might just hit turn. Could repair the Edelweiss, but I'm not too concerned about itself right now. Oh yeah, thank you. I mean, I do have a channel where I like upload like most of my VODs too. I don't really release anything else on there right now. But yeah, the biggest thing is I think it just needs a bit more promotion than everything that I'm doing right now. So returns. Because yeah, I do have a place where I upload all of my VODs. But partially it also just needs a bit of updating. A lot of the stuff that I have is just I've used for a bit, and it needs some fixing up. Oh wow, the campfire over there.
The hunt begins.
So generally, yeah, that would be the case if I ran out of turns. Generally, you get 20 turns to finish an operation, but this one is a defensive mission, which means if I just get a low score for finishing it because this one I just had to hold the objective for 8 turns. So in that case, I succeed when the timer runs out, but generally you would fail. So this is just like the one exception to the rule.
Good night. Sweet dreams.
I don't think I can get behind it this turn, but if I repair the tank.
Thank you.
Advance using the...
Here we go!
Here comes the bullet, back!
Please don't miss.
Just keep up this pace.
Alright, so there's one enemy left and he's in the grass over there, so... And he's gonna hide.
Entering combat.
Not for much longer. Let's see here. I think he was somewhere about... Here-ish? Yep, there he is. So yeah, just knock him with the tank and nudge him out of the grass. And... this should end it, assuming that there's not a random enemy that hasn't moved. Yeah, there we go. Didn't need the full 8 turns, thankfully. But yeah, I was just taking too aggressive of an approach.
Complete. That's all of them.
Those first 2 attempts.
Everyone, you're all safe now. We've turned back the Imperial raid. Still, this place could turn into a combat zone soon. Evacuate as soon as you can. I guess that takes care of this situation.
Each mission, the faster you complete it, like the number of turns you take, the less turns you use, the higher score generally you get. And that will sometimes reward you like special weapons or, and if nothing else, extra XP and like cash that you can spend on like upgrading your weapons and stuff. But generally, unless if you're really needing to like upgrade your levels and stuff, as long as you get like a B rank, normally you'll walk out of it pretty fine. There are like achievements and stuff where it's like getting A ranks on like all the missions and stuff like that, but realistically it just gives you some bonus weapons that aren't particularly strong, so I don't think I've ever used them, but...
Hey, Mr. Soldier? Thanks for saving our lives.
No problem.
Ooh, it's a lion's paw. That's my favorite flower. This girl from my orphanage told me about him. She liked him a lot, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and she was really good at cooking. I mean, soups, fish, even bread. I wish I could eat her bread right now. Good things always happened when she baked.
Lion's paw? And bread? Was her name Alicia Melchiot?
Whoa! You know Alicia, mister?
Yeah, we're good friends.
Did you know she planted lion's paw seeds all around the orphanage and all over? When they bloomed, she'd jump up and down, cheering like crazy.
She did, huh? I didn't know that.
Hey! So do you know what lion's paw means in the language of flowers?
The language of... No, what does it mean?
It's supposed to mean unbending spirit. That's what Alicia told me the first day I was at the orphanage. I was crying a lot.
Unbending spirit.
She said lion's paw seeds are super light and get blowed all over, but they're real strong. Wherever they wind up, they just grow roots and turn into flowers there. I don't got a mom or dad anymore, but I'm gonna grow up into a flower just like that.
I'm sure you will.
So you should do like me, mister, and look at the lion's paws whenever you're feeling sad.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Sure. Oh, I gotta go now. See you later, mister.
Okay, see you later. Alicia, thank you.
Well, I'm a bit concerned about that child's aspirations to be a flower. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Everyone, I'm sorry. You shouldn't all have to suffer from my weakness.
You got that right. You had us worried there, boss.
Yeah, you owe us one. Big time. Be ready to pay up on that one someday.
Okay.
Then you're feeling better, huh?
Yeah, I am. Alicia, she cheered me up.
Alicia did, sir?
Yeah, from way back when. All this has helped me see just how important she really is to me. I've got to keep my head on straight, so we'll be ready for her when she gets back.
Right on. Cheers to that, boss.
The squad's just not the same with the little missus gone.
Okay, Sevens. Alicia's waiting for us. Let's head back home to her.
Alright, I know it's a bit sudden, but I think this is where we're gonna stop for today, as I require sustenance. And we made a decent dent in the game. I think, what is it? I think there's only 18 chapters? Yeah. 18 chapters, though 18 is pretty long. Back at 18. That's where we're going to stop today. We might be having a stream this coming Friday, pretty late. I'm going to be trying something different. If not, it's going to be one of these upcoming weeks. And if not, then I guess next time will be next Wednesday when we'll resume Valkyria Chronicles and yeah, and get into the fun, meaty, very difficult part of the game. So thanks for watching, thanks for the follow, and until next time, see y'all later.
Tell me, do you feel me out there? Moving in deep space. I've seen the flip side of your moon. I formed the craters on your face. Take me home. Take me away home. Take me back home. Take me home. Tell me if the stars are as bright as when I hold them in your hands. And are we very, very small there? I am still young to understand. Take me. Take me back home. Take me home. Do you get homesick? Do you get tired of it? Is it all too much? Do you just want to quit? I saw it in your eyes. The stars can replace me. Do you get homesick?